Running through the darkness.
I'm your hostess, Nix.
And I'm Ophelia.
And we've got some stuff for you today, I guess. Happy belated Valentine's Day.
Yeah, today we're celebrating Valentine's Day, even though it was yesterday.
Celebrating.
Well, I celebrated yesterday by buying myself steak dinner and a fancy cocktail.
I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. And the host at the restaurant gave me a flower, so that counts for something, right?
Right.
And
right.
he gave it to all the women that came in that day.
You're
but
not
still
special.
It counts.
No. Yeah, I went to work.
I went to work too.
It was like the most boring fucking show ever. It was really long and tedious. I got into an argument with one of my coworkers about whether or not Snuffleupagus was actually an imaginary friend or not. That's how bored we were. It was pretty bad.
I don't remember that one.
From Sesame Street, Snuffleupagus?
Oh, I definitely don't remember that. I was terrified of puppets, and I still don't like them.
Are they puppets?
Yeah, they're puppets.
I thought they
Same
were...
with Labyrinth,
I thought they
Dark
were
Crystal.
people in bodysuits. Like Big Bird and Snuffleupagus?
I don't like it.
I mean, you don't have to like it, but I have a hard time believing that you're not aware of it whatsoever.
Is that the elephant thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm aware of it. I just forgot what it was. I was thinking Dr. Seuss thing for some reason, but
It does sound kind of like a Dr. Seuss thing.
I got mixed up because I didn't watch it as a kid.
Yeah, I didn't really
was scared.
either. Sometimes they would put it on at like the daycare that I was at, I feel like, but it didn't like have TV or anything at home, so it wasn't something that we did. Anyway, we are going to introduce you to the book and the authors real quick. This week, we read...
Spanked and Shared on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
From the Shared and Shameless collection by Chera, Zade. And
Chera, Zade, and Steele. What is it?
Steele, Star.
Star, that's right. Steele,
and they are some interesting characters.
I also just I feel like we should read Invaded by Vikings, Dark Historical Erotica Bundle. Invaded by Vikings 1 through 3. Yes, that's the one.
That's next week.
Or The Vikings Take a Witch.
Yes, can we read?
Milady Needs Vikings. Viking Heathens 4-book bundle. Man, these people...
It's these two women that...
Yeah, these are all part of their stories. They have so many held in the hall of lust. Passion and humiliation.
Steele Star loves writing sexy stories about beautiful, innocent women and the powerful, muscular men who dominate them.
Okay. Freak. No, I'm just kidding.
That's pretty much all it says about her. But Shahrazade's got quite the biography.
Yeah.
So she's suggesting that you fill your cravings for lust, debauchery,
yes.
not debauch, debauchery and ravaging hordes today.
Ravaging hordes?
Ravaging hordes.
Jeez.
We got to read one of those.
Yeah, we do. How many do you think make up a horde? Is it like
I would
4?
say 8.
Eight is a horde.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chera Zade loves writing sexy, sordid stories that sizzle through history with alliteration. And she's always working to... Oh, is it alliter... Oh, wait, that's S. Sorry. I got mixed up.
No, it is alliteration.
Yeah, it is.
With all the S's?
Yeah. And she's always working to give you more hot sex with hunky historical heroes that will satisfy your rough and riskiest cravings. I am parched. I'm sorry, I'm trying.
Don't
From
worry,
English,
Scorch will be back soon.
from English to Farsi, ancient Rome to the Orient, Chera's imagination gallops through histories of humankind. And just wait, this last paragraph's pretty interesting.
Okay.
Having discovered a penchant for entertaining Saudi sheiks and princes with her talented tongue, she became a favorite and much-seen fixture at the camel races from Dubai to Karachi. Plus, she spins a mean yarn, just like her namesake. And I don't know who her
I don't know
namesake
who
is,
the
but
namesake is.
do you think it's saying that is she an escort? Like, she's entertaining Saudi men with her tongue?
With her tongue?
Like,
I mean, I feel like that's meant to be sort of a nod to her storytelling. But I don't think men are reading these books. Just saying.
Right, but I don't know, maybe I don't... Did you read it? Are you interpreting? I'm not sure what that means.
I don't really care what it means. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm still reading like all the fucking
All of their books?
yeah. First Time Surrender, Barbarians, Guards, Vikings, Knights, Lords and Kings.
All at once?
6 historical story bundle.
Oh, all separate?
Oh, she does have a full-length novel. Lady Adelia's 4 Knights, a reverse harem romance.
Oh, reverse harem.
How about Maestra's Many Men? MFMMMM. Greek myths retold.
M. Yep.
That's
All
5
right.
dudes in one chick. That's a gangbang. That's what that is.
Wouldn't it be a couple? Like, why would it be MF?
Because she's in the middle of all of them.
It's funny. It's like MFM.
Or how about
would be
MF?
one.
How about this? Mrs. Darcy's Pleasure, an erotic Pride and Prejudice 3 short story bundle. Or Hide and Seek, a Victorian Jekyll and Hyde erotic bundle. A Pea for His Princess, a naughty Christmas fairy tale. This is just, I'm like, honestly more entertained just by reading the names of these stupid stories. Oh my goodness. Mr. Darcy's Discipline. I never got into the Pride and Prejudice novel.
No, really?
No.
I remember it was the summer before 12th grade for AP English. We had to read Moby Dick and Pride and Prejudice. And
I liked Moby Dick.
yeah, I liked it, but I also liked Pride and Prejudice quite a bit.
It was okay. I mean, I just never understood, like, how everyone's like, Mr. Darcy. Like,
I don't think Mr. Dark. I mean, at the time, wasn't too into him, but
I don't know. I feel like in the film adaptation, they were just like, I didn't see that either, so I actually should not say anything
you didn't
about
see
it.
the film.
I did not.
Yeah. Why, you rather Viking men?
Maybe.
Orcs? Tentacle gods? I mean,
tentacle
which
gods,
of our
faux show.
cowboy,
I mean, I'm cool
billionaire,
with cowboy.
jacked
Cowboy's
billionaire.
Cool. Oh, billionaire,
who
definitely.
won't settle down until they meet this one woman? What about werewolf?
All right, hold on. So they wrote a book series. Did they write it together? Hold on, let me see. Yes, they wrote it together. It's the book series called Medieval Dungeon Discipline. The first one is Disciplined by the Knights, Punished by the Knights, Trained by the Knights. Trained to do what?
I don't know, but
Be a hua? Hold on, I'm going to look at it. It's 34 friggin' pages long.
we could just read it right now, and that'll be our podcast for tonight.
Naive rebel Rosalind is captured by the king's 4 roughest knights. Stripped naked, she's imprisoned and bound tight in a terrifying dungeon. The king, queen, and knights decide to prove that her rebellious ways are pretense. Rosalind soon finds that severe royal discipline, domination, and sexual demands train her untouched, fertile body to willing and thrilling obedience. Enjoy this 9,600-word story, including multiple penetration, menage, BDSM, punishment, domination, submission, humiliation, and voyeurism.
We'll read that for next week.
Well, that's the 3rd one in this series. I feel like we should read the other 2
Read the whole
first.
series.
No, if we're going to read a series, I want to read the Viking one. Wait, hold on. Invaded by Vikings.
Wait, when does the Badger Shifter romance come out?
Oh, it should be out soon. It's
Yeah.
February.
Yeah.
I think it came out in March, though, right? It was like March 14th or something.
Oh.
I can read it while I'm in Australia. My coworkers will be like, "What are you reading?" I'm like, "Nothing. Don't worry about it."
Garbage.
Yeah, no, here we go. Invaded by Vikings. Ooh, sorry, we couldn't find that page. What?
Uh-oh.
How about Milady Needs Vikings? They couldn't find that page either. Are these not on Amazon anymore?
I guarantee they did not do their research about what Vikings are really like.
I know, but that's why I want to like read it.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we can talk about the book we actually read.
Oh, well, first, let me...
Did we showed the...
What, the cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, thank you for watching Between the Covers podcast.
By the way.
By the way.
What? Oh, you want to announce that we're doing plugs?
Yeah, we're doing plugs now.
Wait, are we supposed to announce?
Yes.
I thought it's just like... You
You
it's
wanted
like
it to
a
be
commercial.
organic.
Yeah, like you blend it like it's part of the conversation. What
no,
is
he
that
has
funny?
music for it.
What,
He's
well,
got
get the music going. What? You gotta give me. You have to write on here what I'm supposed to say. It's time to say the plugs now.
It's time
I'm
for
going by the
plugs.
script.
Sorry, I assumed that was. I didn't realize you were gonna Ron Burgundy that.
Fine, I'm gonna go outside the script. Now play the music. What is it?
The music's playing.
I can't hear it.
No, because
I don't
we
have
don't
headphones in. Thank you for watching Between the Covers podcast or listening. Please like, share, subscribe, and give us a 5-star review on iTunes if you think we deserve 5 stars. But really, just give us a review, an honest review. I respect honesty. On
I
iTunes,
don't.
it really helps.
lie to me.
No. It really helps us out a ton getting the podcast out there. Yep. We go live on YouTube every Friday at 8 p.m. and out on all major podcasting apps 2 days later, so Sunday. Please check out the Bastard Network. Go like and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com. I'm trying to use a stage voice and I forgot I have a microphone.
Yeah.
Go like and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/bastardnetwork. There's no thought in that? Bastard Net. Sorry. Go like and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/bastardnet, according to Scorch. We have several awesome shows on the roster, including Between the Covers, us, obviously, Friday at 8 p.m., the STC podcast, live Sundays at 8 p.m., the Bastard Sermon podcast, out on Sundays as well, the EFB, Elliot from Boston podcast, What Would Jesus Do podcast, and Black Collar TV, which features several awesome new mini shows. There are several more shows that will be coming on board in the next few months, so stay tuned and join in the conversations. We promise, we are working hard to get some merch out, and our girl Ophelia has some designs going for some leather gear, so we'll get that out to you soon. We're just trying to get an investor for the upfront cost of hunches, black hide, strap cutter, rivets, hardware, and other materials that I need help
looking
buying.
at?
I was looking at myself. Sorry. I just drank half a screwdriver on an empty stomach, so it hit me pretty fast.
That's like, I don't know, 2/5 of a screwdriver.
Well, that's all without the ice. That's gotta be half. What was I saying? Oh, all right. Oh, that's the cameras. Okay, so if you would like to see some of our gear,
Mm-hmm.
help
This is a plea from the
give
heart.
us money. It's a little bit of an investment up front. I have a lot of the tools, and I have access to the tools, but I need like
Materials?
the materials that are
WTB mats.
what's the word? What? Okay.
Are you done with plugs? Can we
No,
talk
no,
about-
it's not.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
read all of it yet. To get some merch out and reach out to us and suggest books and guests you want to see. Also, drink Havoc Mead
Hell yeah.
and Groenfell Mead. They're in Colchester, Vermont, I believe. And they have distribution in Vermont, Massachusetts, and Maine. So if you're in New England, check out your local liquor store and see if they have it. Or check out on their website. They have their locations where they distribute. So really delicious. It's Is it carbonated? It's a carbonated mead, so it's not the
Lightly
syrupy.
carbonated.
Yeah, it's not the syrupy, cordial kind of mead. It's very light. It's more beer
It's
like.
effervescent.
It's it's light. It's good. And it's sweet.
It's our favorite.
Delicious. Some of them are a little more sour, but yeah, really good. All right,
For sure.
I think that's it.
Cool. Thanks for suffering through that with all of us. Just kidding.
I'm not offended. You can't offend me anymore.
Anymore? When have I ever offended you?
Never.
Yeah, see? Right. So we read this book. This is interesting. So this was one of the few books that I've read that had an about this book before the book even started. Like, I guess
Yeah.
it's sort of like akin to what would be on the back of a book.
Yeah, and I like that. So we can read that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can read it.
About the book. When three proud aristocrats think they're betrothed to naive Lady Jessica, they determine to teach the duplicitous minx a strict lesson she'll never forget at a Valentine's Day ball, stripped naked and harshly spanked before the watching crowd. To her abject shame, the painful, humiliating correction so thrills her untouched body that she willingly surrenders herself to be roughly taken for the very first time by the three men. Featuring rough multiple penetration, oral and anal play, BDSM, domination, submission, discipline spanking for correction, public humiliation, and voyeurism.
All in 26 pages.
I know, right? She really crammed it in there in more ways than one.
Would she be a triplicitous minx instead of a duplicitous minx? 'Cause it's three
I don't
eyes.
think that's how the word works.
Whatever.
I mean, sure. And then there's an excerpt before we even start the book, but I'm not going to read that.
I assumed by how angry they were. So, wait. So I was going to assume by how angry they were at her for being triplicitous that they would that she had already slept with all of them individually. That's what I assumed because they were so.
They were probably so angry because she hadn't slept with any of them.
Okay, all right.
And there was
maybe
just like
that's
too
it.
much testosterone.
And they're like, "Oh, why is she with this guy? Like, did she sleep with this guy already? Like, they don't know." And
Yeah.
I mean, they all assume that she was untouched still.
And she was. Cause
I don't know how they knew that, especially when she was.
I think
with-
it's
they
just
didn't- they
assumed in
didn't have a
polite
conversation.
society, like for that time period, because
In the
clearly this is
Polite society where they publicly shame this woman by entering all three
Major orifices?
holes of hers.
I mean, it does call for some suspension of belief here.
I think it's suspension of disbelief. It's suspension of disbelief. So you suspend your disbelief, so you believe it.
Yes, but I'm experiencing.
Belief? You believe it?
Yes.
You're suspending
No.
your belief. So you're
No.
not wait.
What are you talking about?
It's suspension of disbelief.
I know that
Oh,
that's
okay.
the phrase.
All right. I wasn't paying.
But I was purposeful. Never mind. You know what?
Oh, okay. Whatever.
I've had half a. This isn't a mimosa.
Can
What
you
is this?
explain this line?
Okay.
This is only like.
Wait, hold on. Let me just give a quick synopsis. I mean,
Okay.
we did just give about this book, but Lady. Ow! You just stomped on my foot when you sneezed.
Are you not wearing shoes?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm wearing the gothiest shoes ever right now, you guys.
socks.
They're black.
I've got on fry boots.
Mine.
I don't know
Oh,
if
the
I can
zipper.
get my leg up with this corset on.
Oh my god.
Our viewership just increased by 20 people.
Anyway, so Lady Jessica is being a two-timing whore, but she's not sleeping with any of them. So she's just like, she's being
a tease.
indecisive. Yeah, she's a big tease. She's like promised to marry like 3 different dudes. And wait, what are their names? They have such ridiculous names.
Yeah.
Lord Alfred St. John, the wealthiest man in the country and politician. 2 decades older than her, with streaks of gray in his flowing hair, but all the more handsome for it.
The second of her suitors is Viscount George Havering.
Was it havering or havering?
Havering. With his twinkling blue eyes and mischievous smile, he had quite the reputation as a ladies' man. So there's not much about him, really.
Right, yeah, he's pretty. That's it.
Yeah.
The third was Baron Rufus Mainwaring. This keen country sportsman was an outstanding rider, an expert angler, and a crack shot. Needless to say, he was built like a fortress, and ladies were very much taken with the sight of his muscular arms and broad shoulders. I'm into it.
I don't like too much muscle.
She didn't say he looked like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All right.
I mean, if you're a good rider and fisherman and shooter, if you're an outdoorsman, you're gonna be like brawny.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah, I'd pick him out of 3.
I mean, wealthiest man in the county and a politician.
Yeah, but he's old.
So he'll die
Too old.
sooner, and
He's
he'll
like
leave
20
you money.
years older.
Yeah, but he'll leave you money.
My cutoff is like 15 years older.
Okay. Well, anyway. So three suitors. And she's Lady Jessica. We don't know anything about her other than she's Lady Jessica and she's a huge flirt. Oh wait, and she does give very early on a nice physical description.
Right. And I credit them. I know what she looks like. She actually did a better job of setting the stage. Writing in proper English with proper grammar.
Okay, yeah, but it was
silly.
It was so over the top. Like I highlighted a couple of phrases that she used that were just like, girl, this is a 26-page like smut story. Like you really do not need to use this word at all.
But it's better than not spelling the words correctly, not getting the grammar correct.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it was silly and melodramatic, but
it was just like, I have an education, look. It just contextually didn't make any sense.
It's a period piece.
Gross.
We can read one of those next.
No, we still have to read the
Vikings,
scat, the brown bride or whatever it was.
Yeah, the bride and brown. All right, I'll get my mom to come for that one.
The bride and brown. My goodness. Let's see. Where's the physical description of her?
It's called The Hot Seat, the bride and brown, by the way.
Oh, okay. Also, there's this other character who comes in, Lady Vivian. What's her name?
She's
Lady
the madam.
Dowager Vivian Shortcross. And she's the one who's basically like, you need to spank the shit out of this girl in public. And then I'm pretty sure she like eggs them on to like fuck her
She's
publicly.
totally the madam. She's like, I'm gonna get this girl to
yeah,
work
but
for me
like
after.
who is she? Like the Lady Dowager of what?
I don't know. What is Lady Jessica the lady of?
I don't know. I'm left with all these questions. Like, hold on. Okay, so anyway, she thinks that two of her suitors aren't going to be in town for this ball, so she agrees to go with the third of them. And then they like walk in,
Arm in arm.
and one of the other suitors is like at the punch bowl, and one of them is like across
With the sporting buddies.
Yeah,
And both spot them.
Yeah, and immediately she like is like, oh fuck
Chaos.
me, dude. And then they like both run up and start like all shouting at everybody. Like the three of them are all shouting. And then she's like sort of letting them shout over her, and that's when the Lady Dowager comes up and is like, in a what was it, Shakespearean fashion, right?
Yeah.
By gad, Alfred exclaimed, how dare you impugn the honor of my darling? Really? Get off your high horse. If this were a century ago, Rufus snarled, I'd demand satisfaction at dawn from the both of you with sword or pistol. Okay, so we know that it's after dueling has been disallowed. Here's something I underlined. The close proximity to the aristocratic trio was arousing the most lustful emotions, and I was more than aware of a moistening within my private parts. Like, really? You're about to write about this bitch getting, like...
Triple penetrated,
and you're going to write moistening within my private parts? I don't know, that seemed a little...
Well, that was before the well-merited and brutal buttock thrashing.
Jesus Christ. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Finally, the impassioned exchange was ended a moment later by a familiar female voice. Those strident tones were unmistakable. They came from one of the county's most prominent women, the Lady Dowager Vivian Shortcross. "You have all been taken for fools, my lords," she said, with a delivery which was more than worthy of a leading Shakespearean actress, carrying as it did to every corner of the room and placing a malicious emphasis on fools. And this is the one I underlined for being just like ridiculously over, like the language being too flowery. The three men were so disconcerted by her stentorious insinuation that they fell silent.
That's a thesaurus word.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's
I need
like
a better word for that.
right.
human
Yeah,
word.
exactly. She's like, Yes, stentorious. That's the one I want for sure. But anyway, yes, then she repeats herself, and then she says, then she basically explains, she's like, oh, Lady Jessica's a little hussy and has been playing the field.
See, they said she was a hussy, and I was like, all right, well, she can't be a virgin now. Would you call a virgin a hussy?
I mean, she's acting like a hussy.
Well,
You could act like
don't-
it
girl-
without having fucked any of them. So then they start asking her about this, and they're like, oh, surely you're going to defend your honor. Oh, tell me there's nothing to it, And then, she can't say anything, and she's like blushing and embarrassed and sweating. And then Lady Vivian is like, told you.
so she says this I had a question about. She says, you may think that butter wouldn't melt in her pretty mouth.
Yeah, I don't
About
know
what
what
does
that
that mean?
means.
You may think that butter wouldn't melt in her pretty mouth.
Maybe that, like, she's frigid?
Well, later they use butter as lubricant, so.
Yeah, that was... Ooh, that was a thing.
We'll get to
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Behold, my lords and ladies and gentlemen, Lady Vivian said, once more in full Shakespearean voice and pointing the tip of her closed fan at me as she passed final judgment on my fate. The scarlet visage of a scarlet woman.
Ooh.
Like, this bitch needs to get off her fucking pedestal, honestly.
Maybe it's her house.
No, it's at the town hall.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, it's like a Valentine's Day dance at the town hall for all the folks in town.
All right.
Yeah.
Public display.
So you lords must surely know by now how the young miscreant is yet again meaning to pull the wool over your eyes, because she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like upset you because I'm just being selfish.
I don't know. Like, I feel like when I was an 18-year-old virgin, I would do the same thing.
You told 3 different dudes that you would marry them?
No, I said I would have done that.
You would tell 3 different people that you would marry them?
Well, rich, titled lords.
Where are her parents and all of
Right.
this?
Yeah. Are they watching?
I just like, what is she a lady of? Are her parents a lord and lady? Like, are her parents there? Like, what's happening? Is she an orphan? Is she being raised by like Lady Vivian Shortcross?
Yeah, that's her
like her guardian. Her guardian is like, yeah, just fuck her. Whatever. We're all here. Like, I mean, I
Give her
don't know.
some well-deserved chastisement.
Yes, chastisement for her insolence towards men of high degree, such as yourselves. Yeah, this man. Yeah, so then they decide we're gonna spank her. So they put a chair up on a table, and then they strip her naked. Completely butt ass naked
In the Valentine's Day party.
Yeah, at the Valentine's Day party. They like rip off all her clothes, and she's just like, "Oh no, this is happening." I guess.
Well, she likes it, so
Yeah,
it's
but
not a
she's-
big deal. But they act as if like her actions were so horrible
I
and
know.
ruining Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
It was shameful to the name. I forget what they said, but and this is what they do to her: strip her naked, put her over one of their Alfred's knee, and start spanking her.
the little sluts offended the very spirit of Valentine's Day.
Right there, you
What
go.
is that? What is the spirit of
I think-
Valentine's Day? Like, really, what is the spirit of Valentine's Day?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Never really celebrated it. But.
Well, I mean, I think St. Valentine's Day wasn't. There's like a massacre on that day. Like, I don't know.
Oh, that sounds like my kind of Valentine's Day.
But like, still, I don't know. And then they start off like a chant, and they're all like, "Spank her, spank her, spank her."
Smack.
Oh my god. What?
I was waiting for
Was
that.
that Dirty Dom?
No, that was the MFM Christmas.
Oh
with
yeah,
the
that's
twins.
right. With the twins.
Twin Santas.
Oh my god. Like 98 times the word smack was written.
Crack. Oh, swish crack.
Swish.
But the birch switch was too much for a woman, so for a lady.
Mm-hmm.
So they just use their hands. But
Yeah. So so she's totally disrobed.
and there's people in the crowd shouting, "What a lovely huge pair of tits she has!" And see how hard and red her nipples are. A woman added.
What? Man. Oh my god. Yeah, how could you expose me so? I exclaimed, wriggling again in the vain hope that I could free myself from George and clap my hands over the fine golden curls of my mound. The kneeling Rufus took a long, hard look at my exposed sex. That seems creepy. Is he just like...
Well, he reaches in.
He's just like, huh. Okay, word. That's what it looks like. Like, what does that mean? Like, I don't know, dude.
Maybe
How
they're
could you
virgins, too.
deceive me so? So then they all spank her.
Yep. And she's hoping that they catch a scent of her feminine excitement as they're... Oh, that says he's kneeling. She said he's so close to my groin, perhaps he even caught a scent of feminine excitement.
So then, who spanks her first? Alfred.
Yeah,
Is he the old one?
I think so.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yep. He, well, at least he pats her ass first before he starts spanking. And she's like crying and screaming and thrashing around.
Yeah, but she likes it.
Yeah, I know, but like...
And she's soaked.
Look, I shrieked aloud, not only the injury and shock, but also from the humiliation of knowing that I was being physically chastised and in front of all of the county's polite society.
You're very polite.
Right? So then he spanks the crap out of her. And he's like, okay, now it's my turn. George. And then he spanks her, but he like also is like saying stuff while he's spanking her. How dare you, slap? How very dare you, slap? Use me like a mere toy for your selfish amusement. Slap, slap, slap.
Oh, which one says this? This is going to pain me more than it will you, you disgraceful little hussy.
Yep.
Oh, that's the one who reaches in to make sure she's wet.
Well, he also like wrenches her legs open. So I'm just like imagining being like tossed over someone's lap, but then like also your legs open. I feel like that's very awkward positioning.
Over someone's lap. Where's her leg?
Her leg. So like, if this is like legs, right? So this is the lap, and you're like
Here, I'll demonstrate.
bent over.
Someone come get on my lap.
Obviously Nyx will get on your lap, not me.
Obviously,
Nyx.
Nyx will not be getting on your
Nyx.
lap. Here, you come over here. We'll show the people. Come on, right here.
Yeah, okay, he'll get on your lap.
Yeah. I don't think there's enough space.
Are you
I
going to
mean, he
smell
is-
his feminine excitement while he's over here?
Dude, my feminine.
No, this isn't gonna work. Bend over the table. Just pretend like this is somebody's lap.
I'll spell it. Here, hold this. I want it to look at me.
So
I
He's
can't
not
say that.
on camera. Can you switch it to the other camera?
no, this is fine.
Okay.
We'll leave it to the imagination of our rabid
Well,
viewers.
have him move over a little more. So you can see that she's...
Switch it to the other one.
Okay.
His very gothic plaid pajamas. Okay, so see, like if you're bent over, but then the legs are also like spread
then he
wide.
spreads
So look
them
how awkward
while-
that is.
Well, spread them
Yeah,
while he's...
They're pretty
But
wide.
you know
Okay.
what? I feel like my pussy is like out and open right now.
Yeah, probably. Thanks for that lovely demonstration, Scorch. Right. So anyway, they notice that her pussy is like soaking wet. And then they're like, wait, hold on. I dare say having it done in public was even more of an excitement, wasn't it? Tell us that it isn't so, you dirty slut, Alfred said. Confess the dark desires of your harlot's heart, the dowager said sternly, for they are already plain to see between your splayed legs. I had perhaps imaged that's what it says, imaged, that I could in some way be satisfied with all three of your lordships, I said, admitting my guilty secret with a feeling that a great weight had been lifted from my shoulders. Then you lords must take up your manly responsibilities and give the silly virgin what she wants, the dowager said. Yes, another woman cried out. Give her a shafting from the three of you at once for all of us
The whole
to
crowd
witness.
shouts at once.
That's right, a man eagerly joined in. Put a big hard cock up in every hole and we'll see how gladly she takes them. So the whole crowd is just like egging on this gangbang. Wait, how did they decide that Alfred was going to be the one to take her virginity from her pussy?
Isn't he the oldest?
Oh, yeah,
Seniority?
maybe it's seniority. Oh, jeez. Do exactly as we say and you'll get everything you've always wanted for Valentine's Day. Oh, my goodness. So he lies down. So Alfred lies down and she straddles him and he penetrates her from underneath. And then at that moment, I felt a hand on my shoulder. I looked behind me to see George. He was coming to kneel behind me. His cock was coated in what had to be butter. But why? He could see from my expression what was confusing me. You've got more than one way to satisfy a man, he said, for this cock is destined to go straight up between your pretty red cheeks. You must relax and let it pass through you. Like, really? That's why you're going to describe that?
I can't get over the butter. His cock was coated in what had to be butter.
But for what?
Is that what they used historically?
I don't know. They probably didn't use anything. I'm just saying. You know. Let's see. So then George fucks her from behind while... Although I'm not sure logistically how that... I mean, unless... well, I guess.
So she's sitting on Alfred's lap?
No, he's
'Cause doesn't
lying...
he have her go
he's lying
down?
down.
He's lying down. She's on top of him.
Yep. And then George
and then
comes
he
up
comes
behind
from
her.
behind, so he's between Alfred's legs.
Yes.
It's a little homoerotic, this kind of thing. I
But
don't know.
then, but wait. Because then
Rufus.
must be kneeling over Alfred's chest because he puts his dick in her mouth.
Or he's standing over Alfred.
So Alfred gets a nice view of Rufus's butthole. Just to make sure he stays hard the
His
whole
tight
time.
rosebud. Or whatever they call it.
It's chocolate starfish.
Ew! What? Is that in one of these?
That was quite a squeal.
Chocolate starfish.
Wait, so you never had the Limp Bizkit album, Chocolate Starfish and Hot Dog Flavored Water? No. Oh.
Is that what it means?
That is what a chocolate starfish is. Okay. So finally, all three major orifices are plugged.
Your lordships have got her filled up good and proper in every hole. A man called out. Let her have it.
And so they did. A passionate vigor which far exceeded the force that they had employed on my poor battered bottom. The three cocks began a relentless back and forth pummeling of mouth and cunt and rear that was thrilling beyond anything I'd ever imagined.
She likes it.
Yeah, well, so does the crowd.
Oh, the closely watching throng were clapping and cheering and urging them on to an even more lusty usage of my body. I was so completely trapped between their muscular persons and held fast in their strong arms that I could do little more than to allow the furious pounding to penetrate me as far as possible.
So then she comes like
Consensual.
3 or 4 times.
And impossible.
What's impossible?
Nothing.
Coming 3 or 4 times? is impossible?
What? I didn't say anything.
I'm pretty sure that's possible.
It is possible.
Pretty sure more than that's possible.
I don't know that more than that is desirable though. Anyway, so they fuck her a lot, basically. And then whatever shall I do now, I said, for I am completely ruined in polite society.
She's still dripping from every hole with the men's seed.
Yeah, she's still just naked, like dripping cum everywhere. She's like, "Oh no, what am I gonna do now?" Like,
Become a whore.
yeah. I shall send my coach to take you to London in the morning, to the house of ill repute in Covent Garden, where you may take up your new profession as a whore.
Yeah. A whore? I gasped, appalled yet thrilled. Is anyone ever thrilled to get into that? She's a rich lady, and she was engaged to 3 rich, super rich men, and now she wants to be a whore.
It will suit you well, you little slut, George said. With your lovely blue eyes, long blonde hair, big tits, and well-rounded bottom, you'll have no shortage of customers for the pleasures of your mouth, cunt, and rear. I cannot imagine such an awful thing, I said. Although in truth, I was at the very moment imagining it, and the depraved pictures which raced through my mind were shocking and exciting in equal measure.
But, like, if you're a lady and you enjoy this, then you should be a whore.
But I mean, like, I feel like if you're a lady, you can pay, like, for young men to come and do it.
Right. That's what I mean. Like,
Oh,
it doesn't make. But they enjoyed it. Should they be whores? I mean, like, escorts, whatever we call the male version.
I just like how she wraps it up. It's like, thus it was that I left my dull life in the country for incredible new adventures at the hands and cocks of men of all kinds and stations. Not only other aristocrats from here and abroad, but officers in the army, navy, and royal marines, judges, men of the cloth, and even common boxers, wrestlers, soldiers, and sailors. Like, how many VDs do you think she has now?
Oh. What year is this? Probably syphilitic.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thanks, Chera, Zade.
It's really interesting to me that her author picture is like of her in a sari.
I think she's Persian. She mentions writing in Farsi.
I'm just still, yeah, I guess I'm still
It's kinda
also
like a belly
confused
dancer.
about her, like the namesake thing. Like, who the fuck is the namesake?
I'm Googling Chera Zade, and she's the first thing that comes up. Chera Zade, author of One Night with the King. Audiobooks.
Beneath Two Lords.
I don't know. I can't find any other biography.
How about The King's Milkmaid? Medieval Hucow.
What is that word?
Hucow?
I don't know that one.
What? Oh my god.
Oh. That's what a hucow is? Did you look it up?
What?
Hucow? Woman who chooses to be objectified for her large mammaries and ability to lactate constantly.
Gross. That sounds uncomfortable.
She was a real hucow. She loves it when her man squeezes and sucks on her nipples and drinks the milk. It's a lady who enjoys being milked, but is also into insemination, aka breeding.
Interesting. Resisting the...
Oh,
What?
apparently it's a pornographic genre as well.
Yeah, did you find that out?
I just found out on Google.
Rough and unprotected. Yeah, I don't know. What did you think of it overall?
It was flowery, yes, but I think it was better written than a lot of the things we've read.
Mm-hmm.
So I would give them more points for being better written. It's smutty. It's disgusting. It's definitely a fetish piece.
Definitely.
Yeah, that, like, I don't know. It's not bad. I would say 3 hearts. It's all right for like a short erotica smutty piece.
Mm-hmm.
I think 3.
3 bleeding hearts.
Yeah, because
Yeah. I don't know. I might give it 2.5 because it was like you're right.
is
It
it
was
that because
better
of the
written.
butter?
Yes, because of the butter lubricant. No, just because like it was so ridiculous. You know, like I couldn't imagine like trying to get off to it because I would just be laughing and like ridiculing it too much. Just like what? Really?
So
I mean, I'm not kink shaming anyone for like having
I
this
heard
fetish, but
from a real, like an actual person who reads romance novels for real and not to make fun of them like we do.
okay.
Well, my cohabitants had a sex toy party.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
It was hilarious.
Was it supposed to be hilarious?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yes, it was. It was fun. Like the lady told jokes and did games and stuff. But I learned from a person who attended, who reads romance novels for real,
Okay.
that what they do is make her like a little bit excited so that she can have more interesting encounters with their boyfriend, husband, whatever it is.
Her sexual
Her
partner.
her partner. Yeah. So
Okay.
she gets like, it kind of just sets a mood rather than
titillates her.
it's titillating, but not immediately. Like, oh, for later, you know. That's how. So I maybe that's why people read it. I don't know.
I don't know. It's a good question. Scorch.
Yeah.
How are we looking?
We're good on time. You guys want to wrap it?
Cool.
48 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we squeezed almost, almost an hour out of a 24-page
And
short story, during which we definitely digressed frequently. However, how could you not? I don't know. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, I'm giving it 2.5 bleeding hearts.
all right.
Yeah,
Well, I said 3, but 2.5. That's sure.
I always get my way.
I'm submissive. It's okay.
You shouldn't be wearing that corset then.
Why is this like a dom corset?
Very
I
much
don't think
so.
anyone can see- oh. It's just that it's got spikes.
That's all right.
It's
I
got
can see it.
spikes
That's all
on
that
it.
matters.
You don't need to see it. It's got spikes. I'm definitely not a dom.
Yeah, but they're not sharp.
Yeah. It's like pretend on.
It's supposed to be metal, not
Fucking metal, bro. Dude, you should go like play a fucking horde character now.
Shut up. I'm not ever playing that game again.
Yeah, I said that too. All right. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, and we we hope you enjoyed it. And be sure to check us out every Friday, 8:00. Hopefully, we'll see you next time.
Good night.
Good night.
Take a hit this night. dancing